news for the state of Tennessee in about 10 minutes. Tennessee in 10 starts now.
Good morning and thanks for joining us for Tennessee in 10. I'm Amanda Hara at WSMV in Nashville. Thousands of people in Tennessee say they're turning to food banks because they're having a tough time renewing their SNAP benefits. State officials say there is a backlog of applications. More than 90,000 people in Tennessee were dropped from SNAP rosters between June and August. They're now trying to get recertified, and the Department of Human Services is way understaffed.
DHS, like many of our businesses, is suffering from being understaffed. We also know that the system for applying and being recertified for SNAP in Tennessee is burdensome administratively and otherwise.
All right, a big reason for part of the backlog, DHS does not allow electronic signatures. So every 6 months, people have to get recertified through the mail. People applying for SNAP can manage and track their cases, though, online. And there is a portal on the agency's website.
From the WVLT Newsroom, I'm Whitney Turner. An East Tennessee man is arrested for his alleged involvement with January 6, 2021. 51-year-old Bart Gore faces 1 felony charge and 4 misdemeanor charges in connection with the January 6, 2021 attack. Gore was identified through video footage from the day of the attack, along with social media posts prior to it. In one message, he made threats against former President Barack Obama and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. In another, he said he'd bring an AR with him to Washington. And 17 Chihuahuas are being treated this morning after they were rescued from a storage unit in Hamlin County. Those caring for the dogs say they could have been in there for up to a week. The oldest of the bunch is a year or 2 old. The youngest was born just weeks ago. Some of the puppies were unable to open their eyes because it might have been the first time they'd ever seen sunlight. They're now getting care in a foster home, but some of the puppies are in rough condition.
Loss of hair, dental decay on their teeth, a couple scratches on their noses and their eyes.
Investigators say they've honed in on 2 suspects in this case, but they are still actively investigating. And this morning, the TWRA is investigating after someone shot a bald eagle. And here's that eagle recovering at a TWRA facility. It happened at Watts Bar Lake over in Roane County. Bald eagles are a federally protected animal, and shooting one is illegal. The person responsible could face a $100,000 fine and/or a year in federal prison.
We're going to see more safety bills this year. Lawmakers say they're going to be focused on stopping crime.
You will see a fairly robust criminal justice package in the coming session. This kind of stems from the conversation that started earlier in the year about public safety.
We'll also see bills on Tennessee's judicial system. Some lawmakers think that's what's behind the rise in crime. Tennessee's comptroller says the State Department of Corrections may have broken federal law. An audit found staff rarely screened convicted sexual abusers who arrived at prison. And on top of that, TDOC is experiencing a ton of staffing shortages, which isn't helping. The department is asking the state for more money to fix that.
We're not losing, but we're not gaining. We're just maintaining at this point.
The state will decide on their budget in the next year. All right, talking about your first alert forecast this morning, and a lot of us are kind of waking up to some of those colder temperatures out there. Meteorologist Melanie Layden is joining us with a look at what most of us can expect going forward.
Yeah, well, so it's a cold start this morning for pretty much everyone across the whole South. But this afternoon, really mild temperatures will begin to take over. In the Nashville area, we'll see a high of 61 degrees, mid to upper 50s further east you go in places like Cookville and Knoxville. Back toward Jackson, 62 degrees there, and 65 over in Memphis today. Really nice, mild day for us. You can see here high pressure and control over the entire state, really the entire region, with any activity weather-wise well off to our west. That will eventually kind of come into play for us once we get to the weekend, but notice very dry the next couple of days, increasing clouds on Saturday from west to east before we start to see some rain showers move in. These will kind of start to move into the middle Memphis, western portions of the state on Saturday. Overnight for folks in Middle Tennessee and East Tennessee getting the brunt of these on Sunday. Now, good news, we just got a really updated drought map for the mid-state and really the entire state here. And you can see really good news. The exceptional drought and the extreme drought definitely has diminished. We still have an extreme drought going for our far southern tier up closer toward Knoxville, but everyone making some progress getting out of that really dry conditions that we've been seeing really the entire fall season.
In Morgan County, officials say a book that has been missing for more than 100 years has been returned. The book belonged to the Thomas Hughes Public Library. Officials say someone bought the book dating back to the 1870s at a Knoxville garage sale. The owner gave the book to a friend who was going up to Rugby to return it. The book, by chance, is actually a Christmas book.
Perfect timing there. Well, a baby photo blown 30 miles away by the tornado that hit Clarksville is now back where it belongs. And it's all thanks to Facebook. This is the photo, and a business in Kentucky found the image of Victor Springs' child. They posted about it on social media, and the case was solved. Springs says this photo was actually sent to him when he was serving overseas, and he didn't have a lot of images from his children's early years, so he was so glad to have this back. Thanks for joining us for Tennessee in 10. I'm Amanda Hara. We will see you back here every weekday morning with a look at the state's big headlines. Have a great day.